Hi, this is Rich from 11islouder10.com. I'm here in sunny Shoreditch with Benny Tipene, and he's all the way from New Zealand.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, very good. It's not often this sunny, so you've picked a good time to come.
Yeah, I've just been in Scotland for the last 4 days, so it's been pretty cold there, and then to come back here, I was like, I'm going to wear jeans today and a big jumper, and getting off the train, it was hectic here. It was sweaty. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's never been this nice for me. I've been before to London, but I always just thought of it as like this grey, concrete jungle sort of vibe. But no, it's good.
Yeah, it looks a totally different place in
yeah,
the sense.
it's beautiful.
Did you try any haggis in Scotland? Or?
I'm vegetarian, so
but
I had some veggie haggis.
Veggie haggis,
yeah,
all right.
I had veggie haggis, so I tried that, and that's like it's become a breakfast thing apparently. So I had that with some veggie sausages and some chips and stuff. So yeah, it was good.
Are you a malt whiskey fan? Did you try any of the whiskey up there?
No, I can't actually stick whiskey. My dad's Scottish, so that's the reason why I went there.
Oh, okay.
But no, he's always been giving me some, but it's always just put me to sleep. So I stuck to the beers. And,
stick to the beers. So, am I right in saying this will be the first time you've actually played a gig in the UK?
Yeah, first time overseas actually. I've only ever played in New Zealand. I've done some stuff in Australia, but it wasn't really gigs. It was more showcases. But this is the first gig in New Zealand. Yeah.
So I guess for people in the UK who haven't heard what you sound like, how would you describe your kind of sound and vibe?
Well, I don't really know. It's acoustic, pop, soul, folky kind of stuff. I don't really know. I've thought about genres for a long time. It's just a good time, I think. Yeah, so if you like good times, then you should listen to this.
And you were on the New Zealand version of the X Factor.
Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, what's the X Factor circus like?
It was pretty random, pretty bizarre, but it was a good platform. And the longer I stayed on it, the more my name got out there. So as soon as the show finished, I started writing music, and then got my first EP out and released a succession of singles, and then it just all sort of kicked off from there. So that's been going for 2 years now. So I haven't really, apart from writing music and gigging, I haven't really worked for 2 years back home, so it's been kind of nice to just bum around and just play music. Yeah.
So you were saying earlier that you brought a new guitar.
I have, yeah.
Are you going to be shipping that back to New Zealand?
Yes,
taking it with you?
most definitely. Yeah. It's New Zealand doesn't have a huge. The timeline doesn't stretch back as far as England, so the guitars here are very accessible, and there's lots to choose from, and I found it very overwhelming. I've had 3 weeks to buy a guitar, and I left it to the day of my gig to buy one, so I spent about 8 hours playing today, finally bought one, and very happy with my choice, but I could have done it a bit earlier.
Well, at least you haven't had to change the strings or anything, so...
I know,
yeah.
I haven't actually even played it, I haven't slept with it yet, so it's a bit weird, but it'll be good to test it out. If it does right tonight, then I'll take it home. If it doesn't, then I'll pass it on to somebody. Maybe the DJ that walked past before that was mainstream.
And there should be a pretty good Kiwi crowd down tonight.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many Kiwis like to come over to Europe and London especially?
I'm not actually too sure. It's there's so many over here. There's so many Australians here as well, and I suppose they're probably kind of the same for you guys. They just come and start working in bars and all of that. But I think it's just the lifestyle and the history that's here. Like, New Zealand's such a beautiful country, but there's parts of England and there's parts of Scotland and there's parts of, not really parts of Europe, but the hillsides and all the lakes and stuff that remind me of back home. But there's something really fascinating about the history, and it's shown here. Like, there's a lot of culture here in terms of, there's the royals, there's, the Beatles, there's everything that you've grown up with in New Zealand is here. You hear about the Tower of London, you hear about the London Bridge, London Bridge is falling down. Like, there's just all those little bits and pieces that we learn about back home that everybody wants to come over and see.
I quite enjoyed your royal baby meme, actually, on your Facebook page.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, because, there's a new baby out. There's a new baby
quite
out.
Literally.
Apparently, quite literally. So I thought I'd capitalise on that. But It's nice. Like I could definitely live here. It's really expensive though.
Well, I can vouch for that. So
yeah.
It's pretty expensive. So after tonight, what are your plans? Where are you headed?
I'm going to Sweden next week to do some songwriting because there's some good pop musicians there, or pop producers, I guess. So my label back home jacked that up, and hopefully I get a bit of time to look around and then come back. I'm going to see the Strokes in Hyde Park, which I'm very excited about, and then I'm going to try and extend my stay because I don't want to go back home to New Zealand winter because it's shit. And this is beautiful, so yeah.
Will that mean you might be playing some more gigs in London, or?
I hope so, yeah. It depends how tonight goes. It depends who comes along and who reaches out their hand, but my manager knows a few people. She's Irish, so she used to work over here, and we'll see what she can do. But now that I've got a guitar,
you're all set.
I'm kind of set, yeah. I could not go home for a couple months, and the plan's to like just skip winter back home. And then
That sounds good. That's a good
warm,
plan.
yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see Benny around some more in London. And
Yeah.
cheers, man. Thanks for doing the interview.
Thank you for doing that.
Cheers.
Cheers.